It's currently oh, turn on 12:04 midnight, and I will be watching How to Make Millions Before Grandma Die on Netflix because I'm using a VPN, and I'm excited for this movie because I've heard such great things about it. We're gonna see how many times I cry, because even though I don't cry a lot, I feel like I'm gonna cry for this movie. I mean, I gotta say, Billkin really doesn't age. Like, he looks like him in It Say. Okay, I'm like almost halfway done, and I do want to say it's really fascinating to watch the character development of M. I think like like there's like kind of like two ways to look at his character, and especially at this point after like the eldest son has been trying to like sweeten up the grandma and everything so he can get a share of her inheritance. I think all of these kids are all here for the money, and it's really fascinating because I can really see kind of like two perspectives for M. I think after hearing Tool's character talking about the whole like ranking the people like of favorites for grandma, and I think he's one, you can look at him as being frustrated because he will never beat the oldest son, because the oldest son is the one who like earns the most money and stuff like that, the most successful, I guess. But I think at the same time, and it's like M is ranked lower, so he won't get as much money compared to the eldest son as well. But at the same time, I can see it as a frustration for M because like all these kids aren't here for show, they all here for the money. But M, the one who spent day after day after day with the grandma, you can tell has already grown this bond, this connection, and you can like him like walking faster than the grandma, him like being angry also, like can tell like these people are no shit, like you don't even care about her, you don't care about the money. Where for him, yes, he has the same agenda, but I think because once again day after day after day he has grown this connection, this chemistry with the grandma to the point where like he's mad for her because they don't respect her as their mother. And he's like, you know he he is angry. It's really fascinating to see Billkin like just embody those like facial expressions and that like anger. Even in the scene right here where like the grandma's like faster, like I said earlier, like he's mad because nobody cares about her the way like he thinks he is taking care of her. At wait, what time is it? 1 hour and 5 minutes into the movie. First tear. You guys can't tell that I came out. Lost first cry. So oh, my voice is gone because I was crying, but just finished watching How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies, and I actually didn't use as much tissue as I thought, but these are like soaking wet. But yeah, I thought it was overall it's such a beautiful movie. I think near the end, just I think what the attention to details for the series, for this movie, is so phenomenal. Like, I just think one that I love was the part where after M kind of left with anger and you see his life, like all the things that like the little details that he's picked up from his grandma just being with her, and also in turn like the way that the grandma kind of took up some of his habits as well, like the way that like he made her laugh and smile with the filters and everything. And she was laughing by herself with the filter and everything. It's just like that got me. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then like I can't like explain my thoughts or like analyze like how I do with other series and stuff like that, but because it's like my emotions everywhere right now. But I think it's just so beautiful. And then just the contrast with the when the grandma went to meet her brother and everything, and that was just like, you know, it just like made me think like, you know, every person is gonna experience something. You're gonna be the child like and you're gonna be like the grandma one day in your life. You're gonna be the one with the money that people are trying to get from after your inheritance, and you're gonna be one who go asking for inheritance. Like that's just the circle of life and everything. And then so it just really like, I think that part like really got me, because like, you know, life is a circle. We experience the same thing that our parents experienced, or we're gonna experience the stuff that our parents were gonna experience, and so on and so on and so on. And again, like teary when talking about this, but it just, you know, I think at the end of the day, what got from this is not the money. It's not about the money. It's the experience of learning about life and learning about the value of the relationship you have with the people around you and the stories. I laugh when I like when it's like really emotional stuff like this. I laugh. So like if you watch that clip over of me smiling, so it's because I'm like I'm crying, and I laugh at myself because I'm crying. But it's just like such. I understand why everybody talks about this movie and why it's just a storyline, and I can't put it into words. You have to experience the movie yourself. You have to watch it yourself to understand the story and understand the emotions that these characters are portraying. And it's so realistic. And like, I think talking about like cinematography wise and like acting wise, I think Billkin and I don't know what the actress's name, but they nailed it. They nailed it. And then like to whoever like directed this, I'm not inversed with the cast and the actors and the crew behind this, but just the scenes were so touching. Just the way they filmed, the color gradations, all like fit so well. And then just like the choosing the home, like in the grandma's home, was like so like real. Like the details, like the grandma using the paper bag, the shopping bags as her purse where she keeps her money, and the tins where she keeps her money, and then like her eating and everything. And just like the more clutter like room is just like a classic, like what we remember. Like you remember grandma's house, and that's that the more clutter like state and stuff like that is, I think it's like the effort they put into this movie trying to tell a beautiful story of life in many ways. This is the circle of life, the story of life. It's not about a grandson trying to get money and trying to, you know, sweeten up his grandma to get them millions of dollars, the house, the deed. But it's the understanding of life and how you gotta value your relationships and you gotta value the time you have. And you know, selfishness is something that we experience as humans anyways. It's nature, and what's important is that you know the ones that you love, you know the ones that are there for you, you know the ones that who is your family. Actually, I pressed the pause, but while I was trying to finish this was like you at the end, you know, like I think though he's not a main character in this, he's not compared like the oldest son, his turning point, you know, he's angry about the whole deed and everything, but at the end of the day, that is your mother, that is the one that raised you, that cares for you, that loves you. And it's not about rank, it's not about who is your favorite child, who is your favorite grandchild, but it's the ones who are there for you, that cares, and the ones like I can't say anymore. I'm gonna cry again, but it's your family. But that's important. There's no ranking family members. They're just your family, and you gotta love them for who they are. I think everybody should watch this movie at least once. I'm definitely gonna watch it many more times. I'm gonna show my friends. I'm gonna show it everybody. It's a movie you have to watch and experience for yourself to understand the story. Like, so many things I want to say, but I can't put it into words because they're just emotions. They're just emotions that I'm feeling as I've watched. So yeah.